Alright, so in the last short we discussed how this patchwork here translates to Bandit Queen. Then I made a joke, well, hey, maybe the song Baby Queen was about Noodle. Well, I wasn't actually being serious. I wanted to give her her own video because there's so much information here. Shishore Pat said, the answer is in Russel's room. Check out the portrait near his bed of Phoolan Devi. They made a movie about her called The Bandit Queen. And here's a poster from that movie. And while it was poorly received, it did have a very strong political message, which this album seems to have a very strong political message. But anyway, let's go a little bit more into her life. Phoolan Devi, popularly known as the Bandit Queen, was an Indian dacoit bandit whose family rose to fame in the 1980s and later became a politician, serving as a member of parliament from 1996 to 2001. Born on the 10th of August 1963 in Gorska Ka Parva, Uttar Pradesh, she belonged to the Mallah subcaste, a lower caste group, and endured severe hardship, including being married at the age of 11 and subjected to repeated SA. After escaping her abusive marriage and being kidnapped and essayed by a group of bandits, she joined a dacoit group, eventually becoming its leader and earning the nickname Bandit Queen for her acts of vengeance. Her life story was dramatized in the controversial 1994 film Bandit Queen, directed by Shekhar Kapoor, which portrayed her journey from victim to outlaw and later to political figure, though she initially opposed the film's release. She was assassinated on the 25th of July 2001 outside her home in New Delhi by Sher Singh Rana, who was convicted of the murder in 2014. And in an election in which Indians' lowest caste were reaching for national power for their own for the first time, Phoolan became at once both a symbol and an avenger of atrocities committed against the lower castes. A woman who had taken justice into her own hands and had achieved a singular vindication despite her own bloody violent trail. And she was a very inspirational figure. There was actually a novel written called The Bandit Queens by Prini Shaf, which details a group of wives who ultimately get revenge against their no-good husbands. And that's the part I want to use to break away for just a moment. Remember how Noodle has that bindi on her head? Well, commenter Glogro Malia says, my mom used to have a friend from India, and she was married, and she had the same bindi, the red dot that Noodle has on top of her head. So could this mean she potentially married somebody because she has the same bindi that married girls have on their foreheads in India? Also, having a red bindi means the protector of something or someone. Now with Noodle, it's most likely a protector. I mean, she has the military stuff. She's most likely protecting someone, or they actually are going to war or something. But with Gorillaz, a lot of times the symbolism is just them making a political statement. And with all the military stuff, it may be a political statement on the caste system or India's government or, you know, the world at large right now. And she's a protector of freedom, basically. Freedom fighter. But I mean, it is possible that she did end up having to marry somebody and she's having to fight them now. Or fight for her freedom, basically. Or she's freeing someone who's married to someone abusive, maybe. Or she's able to befriend the bandits, and the bandits are helping them in their fight, whatever they're fighting, if they're fighting. But I think it's more so her just paying homage to the Bandit Queen. And in the current Indian caste system, women are not treated fairly a lot of times. So maybe it's just a political statement for women's empowerment. And many of the gang actually considered her to be a reincarnation of Durga, the supreme goddess known to be the sister of Vishnu. And Durga is the goddess of power, strength, protection, and motherhood. Again, more reference to protection. And Durga is known for wearing red. The Bandit Queen is known for wearing her red bandana. It's all connecting to Noodle being a protector. What do y'all think? Let's talk about it in the comments. This is some really interesting stuff, and I will continue to research into the Bandit Queen, into Durga, into what is possibly happening in this phase.